Welcome to Assertiveness, the show that gives ordinary South Africans the space to talk about things that really matter. My name is Nicolette Mashile, and in today's episode, we're going to discuss Otaki and the fact that Abotaki, silele man, guys, we need to wake up. We actually need to wake up, catch a wake-up call in actual fact, smell the coffee, smell the opportunities, and just be part of the system. I feel like we have not been part of the system for a long time due to the fact that there was apartheid at some point in life. Okay, 1994 came, apartheid yaphela, but it just comes across like we're still stuck in that old mentality. Not only just the mentality, but also in practice. We go to school now that we are allowed to go to white schools. We go to white schools, we get educated, or we go to normal black schools, we get educated. Then our parents go and force us almost to go and study and get formal training. Then you go to university and you get a degree. And then you kind of learn to be an employee and nothing else. But also just the way you're taught and the way you're thinking still stays in that channel. So what does it take for us to catch a wake-up call? I'm joined in studio by two gentlemen who come from an organization. It's not actually an organization, right? It's a lifestyle magazine, an archival magazine called Vuka Darkie. Kavuke, kabemnandi man. The funny part, I might just want to add, is that black people on the streets are the most woke people in the world. We know how to survive. We know how to do a lot of things. We know how to work our way. So now, I always tell people that white people, they would never be able to go to a taxi rank. It's not because they don't have cars. It's not because they've got cars. Well, most of them these days don't all have cars. But the reality is that they just don't have the savviness, of a black person. But in any case, we'll get into that a bit later on. I would like you guys to introduce yourself. Tell everybody in South Africa who's watching us right now. Shout out to you. Who you are, what do you do, biyaphi bakwazi ngabani ikasi lakho udume ngani wenzani style maybe sokujiva maybe no okay no stress. Yes sir.
My name is Themba Skosana, and I'm co-founder of Vuka Darkie.
Okay.
Well, if I was to go back to my background, I have a background of having studied physics and mainly the sciences, and then moving to do law as well. But obviously, the fundamental important aspect of my learning and what I've understood it to mean to me and to have a meaningful purpose in life is to serve the means of just not myself but of a collective people. Now, hence the move to co-found and create a platform such as Vuka Darkie, where pool of skills, not just from myself, but from the team that I have. So the team that we have is composed of different sets of skills that just come in and try and create a system where we are able to put across the black issues.
Okay. But other than that, when we put that side of you on the side, who is Themba? Who? What does he like doing? Wenzani ma weekend ubizingani? Jona nobani? Wenzani Themba? Like, I feel like you've given us the textbook answer of who Themba is. Now give us the streets answer.
Street answer, okay. I mean, I'm a person who loves responsible fun.
Responsible fun.
Yeah, well, sometimes.
Like reading books.
Okay, well, I do read books, but I mean, I also do love to dance. I also like, yeah.
What kind of dancing, though?
I just move to the beat, I just move to the beat, it's not that I also play an instrument. I play the flute, so music is something that has a very profound meaning for me. It's something that I grew up, being an element that was important to me from the family. Base, music and dance was something that used to, But I think, it's a common black thing. You see, it's sort of like,
My family can beat your family of jive.
Ngiyakutshela. No, singayithatha sise phambili phela sivutha.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming through. And you've brought your colleague with.
Yes.
Yes. Sir, who are you? Who do you tell the world that you are?
My name is Kulani Sikusana, also co-founder of Vuka Darkie.
Sorry, wait, are you guys brothers?
Yes.
Oh, lovely.
/ managing director.
So you are just a co-founder. He / the managing director. He's younger than you, right?
Yes.
I knew it. Only the young ones who say things like that. Yes.
It's like I'm artistically inclined. I'm also a business retail management graduate from University of Johannesburg.
Okay.
I play percussion for fun. I'm from Vosloorus, from the dusty street of Vosloorus. I like dropping knowledge.
Okay.
And so we came up with this brainchild of Vuka Darkie.
So what do you do for fun? Other than playing percussion, you said, right? What do you play?
Percussion, drums.
Yes, drums.
Yes.
So other than that, what else do you do for fun? Uyachola. Uzobabhekile, sisters.
I'm singing for now. I'm singing for now.
now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but that's not the part,
Yeah.
So I'm more like a conscious person.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm all about pushing black consciousness and uplifting the ghetto youth. Yeah. So I'm also a fine artist. I like painting and drawing.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I do for fun.
That's very interesting. Where was Unukjev?
Ukujiva, yeah, ngangikwazi ukujiva.
Well, then what happened?
I had an accident. Yeah, so man, I lost the total function of my lower limbs. Then I had to shift the energy. Now I no longer use moves. I use the waves. I make people dance. I can't dance anymore.
That's beautiful. So when you say you lost your functions of your lower limbs, total function?
Not total function, man. I was like wheelchair bound for about a year, and then I moved from being wheelchair bound to using crutches. Now I'm on another level. I'm just my situation is
Getting better.
it's getting better.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm actually very proud of the fact that you did not sit back and think, oh my gosh, which is something that we're going to talk about, because it is the mentality of most of our people, that if a situation like this comes up, it's an excuse. It's almost like an escape. I've got a family, I don't need to think, I don't need to do anything, I can just chill. It really is a situation. So guys, I want to jump right into the conversation that we're here to talk about. More than anything, we obviously are going to talk about Vuka Darkie as your initiative that you guys have started. But I want us to get into the conversation of why. What made you guys wake up one day? As you said, you went through your studies, you did physics, you did law, but you came to a point where you said, I need to serve people. Why do you feel that need?
Okay. The fundamental part is to understand that we don't live life alone.
Inside.
You need others. You don't live in an island. It's sort of like we're a collective people. And if the next person struggles, you're more likely to struggle as well. So if you cooperate, if you collectively work together to, advance humanity and solve the issues that our society faces, I think more hands actually would. So it also goes back to the fundamental African philosophy of Ubuntu. Right.
It's funny that you should say that, but carry on. I want to make a mark. Guta must come back to that conversation. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Ubuntu is essentially for us, and how we've come to understand it, is based on the principle of equality, self-love, and if you love yourself, you love the next person, and because they're a reflection of you.
Okay.
Your experiences are more likely to influence others, and their experiences sort of like we feed off each other's energy frequencies, if I may so say. So it is important that we be cognizant of the fact that we ought to take care of the next person so that we take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
In a sense, it's a selfish act of collectiveness, right? So when you help the next person, in essence, you are essentially helping yourself.
Yeah.
So I understand.
So you are serving to serve yourself.
True. So that's the basis that, that's one of the things that informed us moving into creating a platform such as Vuka Darkie. It was like also looking at the challenges, like we had to somewhat have a diagnosis, which is not essentially something new. I mean, there's been many people who came before and were able to diagnose the black conditions. I mean, you had your great Stevie Biko's, many people of yesteryears were able to say, well, Marcus Garvey. I mean, I could name a host of other people who were able to say, well, these are the type of problems that we're facing as African people, and these are the type of remedies that we can take and steps to somewhat remedy that and restore supremacy. That state of at some point you ought to remember, and the evidence is everywhere that Africa was the powerhouse.
Yes. I was actually listening to a TEDx video clip where this girl she's so mad at the West. She's so upset with the West, and she keeps saying, the West came and made the African currency nothing. They stole from Africa, which obviously ties in with what you're saying. Africa used to be a powerhouse. Yeah, it probably still is.
Well, potentially, like it is there. I mean, because the people, the richness of the continent is its people, it's humanity. That's the fundamental part. Obviously, even our humanity is now, in tatters. It's no longer as stable as it used to be.
Yeah, I want to touch on that. But before we carry on with that, I want to ask: is Vuka Darkie a business?
Yes. It's a PTY Ltd. We are.
Yes, boy, you're making money. Not there for fun.
Of course, we are in the periphery of the economy as Africans, so we ought to make money.
So did you come into this because you believed what your brother also believes in, or did you come in because we empty you? You are making the money. You're business development.
That's just a label. So we're all about fostering black unity without negativity. So we're not inclined towards making money. So we're all about uplifting the black community in the process. Utilizing our skills in order to add value to the black community. Because I think one of the most fundamental things that we need to do as Africans is utilize our skills as a revolutionary tools in order to uplift the masses. As my brother alluded, that we are communal as a people. You are my reflection. If you succeed, it means that I also succeed.
That's a bit shady, but we'll get there. I want to talk about this humanity thing. I read an article from a Jewish man, I think it was going viral all over South Africa, about the reason why Africans will never ever have wealth is because we don't understand how to help the next man. We don't understand how to keep it here within our circles. We don't like to see another black person or another African person succeed. And you talk about humanity and Ubuntu. And the teachings of Ubuntu is to be a human to the next human. Is to let's love each other. Let me love you and you love me back. But in loving ourselves, we also need to uplift each other. Now, where is the actual problem? How come Jews? You'll never find a poor Jew. It's very unlikely that you will find a poor Jew. It's very unlikely that you will find a poor Muslim, because they keep it within their, their communities. What went wrong with us black people? Or what is going wrong? Because it's still happening.
So it's a historical thing if you think about it. I mean, it was cases of divide and conquer. When people from the West and other parts of the world came in to loot and to loot the continent, some of the techniques they used was to pit one person over the other, right? It was they used ethnicity against the other one.
Zulus
tribalism. Zulus. I mean, even in Rwanda and in parts of this country right now. Exactly. Yeah. But if you understand Ubuntu, for instance, Ubuntu, if you love the next person, in essence, Ubuntu actually would answer that Jewish scholar. I don't know what in what capacity he was writing in, right? But see, if you understand the fundamentals of Ubuntu, it was mainly about helping. Because you can't love somebody you don't help them. So it doesn't go in parts and say that you only Ubuntu only applies to this extent. Ubuntu, to even define it as well is there's not enough words you could use to describe it, especially when you now have to translate in a different language, because Ubuntu obviously is an African philosophy, and now we have to try redefine it, and with European languages there's a shortfall. But see, some of the issues as well that we are facing as well is today currently as things stand is issues of identity as well.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Now we find ourselves living our lives as Europeans in a way, in a sense, like how our economies are structured culturally, our curricula in schools, and all those type of things are things that were brought and forced.
Being African is hard.
No, it's not really hard. I mean, if you go back, go back to before the invasion of Europeans and
before colonization.
Before colonization, yeah, in essence, right? You find that there were kingdoms that thrived, that did so well. There's evidence to date, to this very day, that you find even in this very country. I mean, you go to Mapungo, but there was mining there. Right? They were able to extract the resources of the earth, given as a gift to African men, right? You go up to Zimbabwe. There's the great Zimbabwe there, where to date it still puzzles scholars from the West to say, how did these people, these so-called savages that undeveloped and all those type of things, but these people were able to create such monumental things where you find a structure with nothing. So like stone on top of stone, but it standing there for centuries and whatnot. You go up to, there's many places. I mean, Timbuktu, Egypt, and all those type of things. There's pyramids and so on and whatnot. The history is so rich to show that we were a progressive people who helped and worked with one another.
So, but then we slept. That means we slept. We slept. Europe progressed and Europe took over us. Guys, we're going to go for a quick ad break. When we come back, I want us to talk about the fact that I feel like we as Africans understand the divide and conquer. Most of us are clear, because I've asked this question to many people before, and the answer has always been, no, the Europeans managed to do the divide and conquer. We are now clear on it. We know the problem. Why are we not fixing it? And if maybe it's about how, we need to then discover how do we fix it. But more than that, then I also want us to touch on the fact that as Africans, because if we're saying we were progressive, it means that today we could have been where we want to be, but we slept on it. But we're going to go for a quick ad break. Those at home who are watching, please don't go away. It's going to be quite an interesting conversation, because today we're going to uncover the answers from Ababuti Bagaskosana. They must tell us, Darkie, uzovuka kanjani.